Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're having a good day today. The past couple of weeks have been kind of a, whirlwind. We've had birthdays, birthday parties. We went out of town. Of course, the terrible passing of Charlie Kirk and just all the other things going on in the world. It's just kind of brought in a big reminder of just, how important it is to seek after the Lord, to stay in your word, pray, and to just, love others the way that God has called us to. And with that being said, I'm going to bring you guys along today as I decorate for our homeschool geography unit. We were sent a geography unit by Storylark Road, which is a story-based geography unit study. Last week we did Hawaii, which was super fun. I'll show you guys some clips of how we decorated and what we did, some of the activities. It was really neat. I will say that we did attempt to open up a few coconuts that I had gotten at the local grocery store. And one was extremely rotten and the other one was borderline rotten. So we didn't get to eat them, but it was pretty cool. I let the kids hit it with a hammer and whatnot. And then we cut up the pineapple, which was absolutely delicious. So at least that one worked out. It was super fun. We learned about tons of interesting facts about Hawaii and just the way of their culture and even some words in the Hawaiian language. I think we all really enjoyed it. So this week we are doing California. Hey Koko, what's cool about California is Joshua, my husband, and Koko's daddy was actually born and raised in California. And he lived there until he married me and moved down south. And so this is going to be kind of neat to kind of learn more about the state he grew up in and was raised in. Huh, Koko? You want to learn about California?
Yeah.
Yeah, California. So I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to decorate. So if you don't know me, a fun fact about myself is I love crafty stuff. I just love it. It's something I enjoy. I find it relaxing and just lets my creative juices flow and whatnot. And so this is one thing that's not only good for them to learn, but it's good for me because I get to, make it fun and colorful and exciting. Koko would like to show you guys real quick the card game that Jonah got for his birthday. It's called Flip 7. We haven't played it yet, but it sounds super fun. As you can tell by the look of this room, we had 9 boys over yesterday, all from the ages of 12 down to 5. So yesterday was fun because we actually celebrated Jonah's 7th birthday. His birthday was actually a few days ago, but we ended up taking a short little trip just about an hour and a half away, and we just enjoyed a night away. Hannah Joy stayed here with my mom because, she wanted to be close to the rabbit and take care of him, our little marshmallow. So yesterday we had an official party for Jonah. I don't know if you could see some of his decorations. He wanted a burger themed party. Let me show you. Sorry for the glare, but there's some of his birthday decorations, his little happy birthday banner that looks like hamburgers. And my dad actually showed up with his cook trailer and parked it right out in front of the house on the street. He has a cook trailer that he will take downtown in our city and cook up meals for the homeless. So he pulled it up in front, grilled burgers and hot dogs for all these rambunctious boys, and it was really fun. I think we all enjoyed it. I think all the little boys had the best time. Swam in the pool for a little bit and opened gifts and then ran around the house and jumped on pogo sticks. It was a pretty good birthday if you ask me. Okay, so here's kind of what I'm starting with. We stopped at the Dollar Tree on the way home from church today. These I actually had from last week and from the birthday party. Here is the geography unit we are using. I'll show you guys the front of it. Here it is. It's called Hit the Road Geography. This is the journal by Storylark Road. So the states that are covered in Unit 1, we have Hawaii, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. What I thought was cool about this unit is it's got California, which Joshua was born in, and Texas, and that happens to be where I was born. So it'll be neat to let the kids kind of learn some different things about where their parents are from. So here are a few things that I just had grabbed from the Dollar Tree. I grabbed 3 different, these are just like the plastic table covers, a foam board, which I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this yet. My ideas involve a surfboard and the Golden Gate Bridge, so we'll see. And then I got a few paint colors for the Golden Gate Bridge and the poppies, which happens to be the state flower of California. So this is kind of my canvas. Not exactly a blank canvas because of the wallpaper, which I'm planning to remove soon. But I'm going to go ahead and use this wall just kind of as our backdrop. I'll decorate the table too, and yeah, hopefully it gives off a feel of California. So I also have these. These are balloons I used last week for the Hawaii unit. I don't know if you could see. I'd put little stickers on there of the leaves. And then for Jonah's birthday, I just kind of spun them around and reused them. So I think I'm going to use these again for something just because, you know, I try to reuse a bunch of stuff that we already have and, you know, recycle. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Maybe sunshine or something. Tablecloth put up. I think I like it. I'm not sure. I know with the white it's kind of see-through, so I don't know. I might fill it in with something. We're not going for perfection. We're just going for something fun and bright and, you know, colorful for the kids. After looking at this one for a while, it just wasn't my favorite. I even tried to fold it to cover up that more translucent part, but I decided to go ahead and switch it out with the blue one. So I'll throw this one on the wall, and the other one I'll go ahead and put on the table. As I was going off my evening walk, I noticed that our neighbors had trimmed down a bunch of their plants from their backyard, and I saw these beautiful leaves. And I know they're gonna die and wilt very quickly, but I just could not help it. They're so beautiful and vibrant, and they just remind me of California. We put this jumbo puzzle onto a poster board, and each time we learn about a new state, we will glue it on. As you can see, we already did Hawaii. My kids love to draw, so on this particular day, they drew the state bird, which is a quail, and we typically use Art Hub for Kids for all of their drawing instructions. Hey guys, so school went really good today. Our first day learning about California. We learned a lot of great things that I didn't even know. And then, hey Bubba! And now I am just whipping up some dinner. They're working on their chores. It smells good. We have so many hamburgers left from Jonah's birthday. I'm trying to figure out what in the world we can use them and what we can make. So, we're gonna make this thing here. I'll show you. This is how many we have left. I'm excited. Yeah, he's excited. So this is after, what, a whole other day of just eating hamburgers. So this is what we're gonna make. I have grilled up some mushrooms. And then I'm gonna add some beef stock with a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of flour and make this thing called Moco Loco. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. I had never heard of it, but Joshua had told me about it. And you do, you're gonna try it? Oh yeah. You do rice and then a burger patty on top with the mushroom gravy and then a fried egg on top of that. Now I can't have it because I have to eat low cholesterol stuff, so I'm gonna make me one of these. Let me show you. So I'm gonna have one of these spicy black bean burgers. It's like a veggie burger, and then it's like super low in cholesterol. Oh, 0 cholesterol, and then low in like trans fats. And so I'm gonna have one of those on one of these Dave's Killer Bread whole grain buns, which is pretty good. And then I'll put some of these grilled mushrooms on. So now I'm just making like a mushroom gravy. There's a few that I saved for my burger, but yeah, we're just gonna let this sit for like 10 minutes and thicken up while I make some fried eggs and then get these reheated. Mama? Yeah, babe. So I think our gravy is pretty much done. It's nice and thick. So I'm just going to turn off the heat and let that set for just a little bit while I finish cooking the eggs. Alright, here's my official dinner. I got some lettuce, onion, some of those mushrooms on there, a little ketchup, and we're good to go. Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I'm going to get my run in before the sun goes down. But thanks for following us, and we're glad that you guys stick around and hang out with us. We enjoy sharing some snippets of our life on here with you guys, and we're just thankful to have you guys follow along. We'll see y'all next week.